Hi guys, Drew here once again for Z Code System, and I hope you are enjoying all of our blogs and videos featuring sports betting tips that we post weekly. Now this week, I want to talk to you about something a little bit different. I want to talk to you about bookies. More precisely, I want to talk to you about how bookies cheat. Yes, that's right, bookies cheat, and we all know it, but not everyone knows just how they do it and some of the tactics that they use. So let's talk about it. How do bookies cheat? Let me first talk to you about juice. You may be wondering, what is juice? Well, it is a betting term. You may be more familiar with the term vig, which is the same thing, they're just interchangeable. Well, the juice is the commission a sportsbook takes from you placing a bet. The percentage a sportsbook takes can change, but often it's around 10%. But again, different sportsbooks take a different commission. Let me give you an example of how juice works. Let's say you place $100 on the Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Denver Broncos. I mean, come on, the Broncos are terrible. The Steelers are the Steelers. Unfortunately for you, the Broncos win, and you must pay up. Now, that was $100 that you placed on the Steelers, so you have to pay up $100 to your bookie. But you must also take into account the 10% juice. So you're actually going to have to add another $10 to your original $100. So in the end, you pay your bookie $110. So the bookie makes $10 off of your bet in commission. What a deal. Now think about all of the juice that sportsbooks make throughout a day. That adds up to thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. But it doesn't just end there, so let's talk about winning against the sports bookies. A lot of sports bettors think every time they win, they're actually beating the bookies. But that's not the case. Sports bettors are actually playing against one another. They're playing against other sports bettors just like you. Think of it like this. The bookie is the middleman who connects two people that want to place a bet on a sporting event. He's the third party who connects two people. Simple, right? So you bet on the Steelers while another sports bettor bets on the Broncos. You both wager $100 for your team to win. But again, unfortunately, you lose, as in the previous scenario. You pay the bookie $110. Now again, that's $100 you wagered and the $10 juice. The bookie then turns around and gives that $100 to the other winning bettor. So now he is simply taking your losing money and giving it to the winning person. So nobody has actually beaten the bookie. You've actually beaten the other sports bettor, if you will. And on top of that, the sports book makes their commission. What a fantastic thing for them to do. Now let's look at one more thing, and that is the way that bookies cheat with game odds. Now, when a game line is posted, one team is the favorite while the other is the underdog. Simple, right? Happens every day. Now, bookies change these odds based on the bets they receive on the teams. So, again, let's use the Steelers and the Broncos as our example. If the Steelers are the favorite and a large number of sports bettors wager on them, sports books will decrease the odds. The odds will go down. Simple, right? Now, odds are not necessarily determined on whether a team is that likely to win as the game goes forward. It's actually configured on the amount of bets that the bookies are taking in. So if the odds are going down for the Steelers, it's because there are a lot of people betting on the Steelers. Now, sportsbooks don't want this. They want there to be a little bit more even betting. So they will make the Broncos odds a little bit more attractive, which could sway more people to bet on the Broncos. Now, this gets things a little bit more even in betting, so they can cover their bets. So the losers of one side can pay the winnings of the other side, just like in our earlier examples. Now, how do they make these odds more attractive? Well, of course, they can change the odds, they can manipulate the odds to make them more attractive, and they can also post and release information on trends that make the Broncos more attractive. So, for example, they may give you some game information about the Broncos' past history playing against the Steelers, or maybe how the Broncos play so well at home, or how they play so well on the road. Now, these trends and these stats may have no relevance to the game or how the team is actually playing. But when you put a little bit of that information out there for the public, sports bettors can be swayed and, in the end, bet on the Broncos. Now, these are just a few of the ways bookies cheat. But there are ways to beat the bookies, and one of the best ways is to have a proven system that will help you win money consistently. And